Today we're going to talk about the really weird effect that the no contact rule has on exes. Some of the stories I'm about to tell you are really wild. Talking about the no contact rule, people focus on the external benefits of it. You know, it can make an ex miss you, or if you do it, your ex can blow your phone up. And one of the things that I do is I try to shift the focus from more external to more internal, meaning outgrow your ex, and that's how you should be using your time with the no contact rule. But with that being said, it is awfully fun to look at real life scenarios where exes just went berserk. I actually went to my private Facebook support group and asked them the following question. I need your help. I'm filming a video called The Weird Effect the No Contact Rule Has on Exes. I'm looking for anyone who's willing to share their no contact experience when it comes to weird things that the no contact rule has made your exes do. If you could comment on this thread, I'd be grateful. And so after waiting, we came up with 7 of the weirdest things exes have done when you actually do the no contact rule on them. And let me say, these are the craziest things I've ever seen. Before we get started, if you could please subscribe to our channel, I'd be eternally grateful. Click the like button on this video to help it with the YouTube algorithm so that we can get this video shared more. So this is actually taken from one of the moderators of our Facebook group, and she basically said that her ex used an Amazon account to find her new address. So the very first weird way that the no contact rule can impact your ex, if they use an Amazon account to track down your address. Now we do know there's a lot of research proving that Facebook stalking is extremely common after a breakup. In fact, graduate student Veronica Lucas published a research paper that basically says it's really common for exes to Facebook stalk. Specifically, around 90% of people after a breakup will spy on their exes. This is just an extreme version of that. Well, essentially, our moderator and their ex broke up. And while they were broken up, they moved to a different apartment. But when they were in the middle of the relationship, you know, passwords get shared. So the ex logged on to their, I guess, shared or her Amazon account to see where her new address was. But it doesn't stop there. Another really weird thing that this specific ex does was actually logged into her Amazon Music and created a playlist of breakup songs. Now, we've all seen the stories of people going through breakups and posting these really ridiculous things on social media and very passive aggressive, you know, they post songs or poems and it's always something related to the breakup. Well, this guy did something much more extreme. He went into the shared Amazon account and created a playlist of all sorts of songs. And just in case she didn't know it was him that was doing it, he actually put his initials for her. The best part was what he titled the playlist. He titled the playlist, I Miss You. Really weird, really crazy, potentially illegal, but it doesn't stop there. That very same ex would also Facebook and Instagram stalk all of our clients/moderators' new guy friends to check and see if she was dating any of them. This is all done from a place of fear. He's afraid, clearly, of losing her. They're in the midst of a no contact rule, so he's not getting any kind of interaction, yet she's friending all of these guys, or all of these guys are giving her attention. The guy just goes berserk. But how did our moderator figure this out? Well, that was actually a question posed in the comments to her response. This person asks, well, how did you know the last one? To which our client/moderator responded, he told me after the no contact rule. So essentially, after they got back in touch, he told his ex-girlfriend, our moderator, that he was spying on all of the guys that she was friends with. Now that I think about it, that's not that weird. That's just jealousy. But it's funny when you couple it with all of the other crazy things that he was doing. The fourth weird way that the no contact rule can have a weird impact on you is if your ex uses their own friends to spy on you. So the comment, this person specifically states, my ex would use my friends to talk to me. One time my friend and I posted a selfie and he made a comment talking to her about me. He also used his friend in their accounts to see what I've been up to. I am gonna go ahead and raise my hand here and admit I have actually done this exact thing to my ex-girlfriend. She wouldn't respond to me, so I was gonna show her by blocking her on Facebook. But of course, I'm desperate to know what she's up to, but I have a bit of a pride, so I'll go to my bestie and say, hey, can I check on your account to see what she's up to? And of course, my friends being great, kind of enabling me in a weird way, would let me do it. All right, weird way number 5 is calling you 19 times in one day and then tweeting about it. So we always hear the stories of the no contact rule having these crazy effects on exes. Well, this person specifically says, my ex called me 19 times in one day and then tweeted to everyone that I was ignoring him. Now, the natural assumption when people do the no contact rule is that it's going to obviously make someone do this. 19 times, 19 calls, 19 texts, whatever. But our research has indicated that's often not the case. In fact, more often than not, your ex is not going to reach out to you at all during the no contact rule. But that doesn't necessarily mean you still won't see these crazy things happen once in a while. 62% of exes will not reach out to you, but still that means like 38 to 40% will reach out to you. And sometimes they'll get really crazy. This person took the added benefit of tweeting about it. And this is kind of the misery loves company approach. After not getting a response from his ex because she's in the middle of the no contact rule, he decides to go on Twitter and enlist other people to his cause to make him feel better. But I've often found that if you need to go to Twitter to make yourself feel better, you're not very confident as a person. Weird thing number 6 is trying to get you to break no contact by inviting you to a D&D campaign. So this specific person said, my ex created a homebrew D&D campaign and added me and a couple of friends in a group chat, then proceeded to talk to me through them. My initial reaction to this was actually, it's a very creative way of trying to get her to break no contact. By inviting her to like this group event and getting the friends to almost peer pressure her into contacting them, I can see how that would work for a lot of people. Now, our client was really cool. She stuck to her guns. And she basically said, you know, I waited for my no contact to be done and then I joined the campaign. So this one's actually kind of a polite way of getting someone to break no contact, but it's really the next one that takes the cake. So weird thing number 7, if you don't come to my house right away, I'm going to propose to someone else. So I literally saved the best for last. This specific person says the no contact period made my ex text and call that if I didn't come to his house right away and marry him, he'd propose to someone else that day. I didn't go. He didn't propose to anyone. Just crazy lies. We obviously don't have dumb clients. So our client did not give in to this emotional manipulation, and this person was just literally manipulating her to come to his house. It didn't work. And I think perhaps the thing that always amazes me is how childish people can become even at an adult age when it comes to breakups in love. Specifically, the no contact rule can exacerbate those childish notions of manipulation and trying to get you to respond to them. In the end though, I think the no contact rule is a great way to see what kind of person you previously dated. You don't really know anything about a person until, you know, what hits the fan, until hardship occurs. And how they respond to that hardship tells you everything you need to know about the type of person they are. Some people internally try to figure it out. Some people don't talk about it. Some people talk about it to everyone. Some people try to manipulate. Some people try to create D&D campaigns. This specific ex, well, he lied. He manipulated. He did everything he possibly could to get what he wanted, and that was a response. It's very much like a child throwing a tantrum, and I would know. I have 2 kids, and believe me, they throw tantrums. Yet I think it says a lot about how people handle breakups when the tantrums I see from adults are worse than the tantrums I see from my own children.